So the first thing you gonna do is probably put a limiter on the master bus, just to make sure you don't have anything distorting. So I'm gonna put an adaptive limiter. I'll switch the gain down to 0. Okay, and I'll turn the output actually down to -1 for now. Okay, there's no reason. Actually, at 0 is fine, but I'm going to turn it at -1 now. And I'm just going to start the project by cleaning up the project as much as possible. So let's start with deleting anything that looks unnecessary. So you can just add your arrow here, and you can just click on it and shift arrow down and delete all of that. Then I go up here, shift arrow up all the way till the next selection. Oh, too much. So all the way down to kits, and I'll delete that. And then come here, delete that. So we just remove all the tracks that don't make any sense to be in the project. Delete those guys, delete that guy. Now this is muted. I don't know if the sound's supposed to be there or not. I'll leave it muted. And ooh, getting some strange doubling effect. Oh, I think that's because the eye was on just now. And I'm gonna keep going up. Let's see any other blank tracks. I'm going to turn them all off like that. Switch all the eyes off. And I think the rest of the tracks are being used. Oh, this one doesn't look like it's being used. The jazz drum kit here, so I'm going to delete that. And okay, that's a big cleanup right there. And okay, just before I get into this project, I just wanted to say that let's add a marker here. So I just want to tell you whose project this is. This is a good friend of mine. This is Mr. Ashley Christudasan. He's an amazing actual visual artist. So he makes a lot of cool art, like this kind of really good, beautiful psychedelic sort of art. So his first passion was actually music, and he wrote all these songs quite some time back. Now he just wanted some help to mix it again, and hopefully we're gonna go about to releasing something this year. So we're gonna check out Ashley's song and see if we can make it sound better, and hopefully release it on my record label later this year at some point. Okay, so first up, we're gonna start with a marker. Okay, so always start your projects with a starting and an ending marker, and I usually like to give 1 bar before the sound starts. So actually the first sound starts about here. So I would say this is the 1 bar of silence. So I'll first add a marker. I use Control K to add a marker. Okay, and I'll color it, and I'll say start. Okay, if you don't know what the key command for starting a marker is, press Option K, and you can find out what is it on your computer. Mine is Control K to create a marker. Okay, so I'm going to have a start marker, and I'm going to have an end marker. So let's have a look at where's the end position. The end position's about here. So I will close my marker about, well, let's have a listen to the last part of the sound. Okay, that's a bit hot. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring the master level down just a little bit for now. Actually, I wouldn't recommend doing this in general, but it's just for keeping the levels a little bit tame, for just checking stuff. So X is my key command to get into the mixer. And so I'm just looking for the tail end of this sound. So it's about there, and then I'll add my end marker right there, just at the end there. So we'll call this the end. Okay. Okay, and what I'll do is I'll drag this back up to there. Okay, great. Now, Our next task will be, now that we have all the tracks, we've got a start marker, we've got an end marker, our next task will be to separate all the sounds into different colors and different types of groups. So what is a rhythmic sound? We're going to put that in one set of color groups. What's a bass sound? What's a melodic sound? What's a transition sound? Everything's going to have a unified color scheme. So let's think about a unified color scheme that we can use. And you know what? I'm going to set up a document for this right now. And let's go to Excel. So no, I want to go here. Okay. So let's set up a consistent coloring scheme. So a consistent coloring scheme that you use across all your projects. If you're using multiple DAWs, that's going to be better to just have a consistent coloring scheme. Okay, so I'm going to have rhythm as one color. I'm going to have my bass as one color. I'm going to have melodic stuff as one color. I'm going to have transitions as one color. And I'm going to have pads as one color. Okay, so I'm going to say in rhythm, I'm going to use red. Maybe a less severe red. Bass is going to be blue. Melodic stuff is going to be purple. Transitions are going to be yellow. And pads are going to be orange. Okay, so I'll use these three color scheme for tracks. Okay, so I'll use that information, and one by one we're going to get into all the different tracks and use these color schemes to help us decide where every sound belongs in. Okay. So let's go one sound at a time. We'll start with the top sound, and what I'll first do is I will actually bring the volume back up to 0, and I'm going to solo each sound. Okay, I'm going to solo each sound. So there's nothing on this channel. I'm not sure if it's of any functional use. So I suspect bus 1 and 2, since none of them seem to be using bus 1 and 2. I don't know whether we need to have those things. It says bus 11, but I don't see the word bus 11. Usually it says here what the bus is if something is bussed. So I suspect I may just delete all this bus 1 and bus 2, but let's do some further investigation. So I'm just going to move the marker up, and we'll start with the first track. And I'll press Z to just do a maximizer, and we'll name the tracks correctly and color them correctly. So I'll solo each track one by one, name it, color it. Here we go. So we've got a kick and a snare. Okay, so I'm actually gonna just have a look at how many different elements we have in here. So we have kick, snare, and what is this noise here? So that's a snare too. What's this one at the bottom? That's a snare. Huh. Oh yeah, that's a double kick. Okay, so, oh, we've got more sounds here. Let's just make sure. Okay, so the very first thing, it looks like it's just kicks and snares. So these are very important sounds in your music production, so let us separate these sounds. So how am I going to separate them? I'm going to make different tracks for them. Okay, so let's first color the track. So we're going to have this as a red. So I'm going to press Option C to bring up my coloring symbol here. I'm gonna go red and I'm gonna go X, and I'm gonna read that too. Okay, and what we're gonna do is now we're gonna duplicate the channel a few times. So I'll press Command D to duplicate, and I'm gonna press Z. Let's see, so I'll call one kick, and then I'll call one snare, and yep, I think I'll just make that separation. So I'll copy all of these files, Command C to copy, come back here. So my key command to get to the beginning of the region was Shift Enter. So if you press Option key K and you go playhead, that's how you can find your Shift Enter. Where is it? Let's move on. Sorry about that. So just get all of these. I've copied it. Command C to copy, and then come down to this channel, and I'm going to press Command V. I'll copy the automation data. Okay, and now we're going to come into this track first, and we're going to keep that. We're just going to keep all the kick information. So I'm going to delete that first, and then let's check this one. Okay, so what we can do to get all the tracks together is we can select everything, and then I can just hold that. That was pretty loud, sorry. Delete that. Okay, and then I'm gonna get all the others in the same way. Delete. Ooh, ouch. I think I'm just gonna turn this down a little bit so it's not so. Okay, delete that, and that's a kick. There's a snare roll. Okay, what's this guy? I think that's a kick too. Yeah, that's a kick. Okay, so now let's check our regions one by one. Unrequired. I'm gonna delete it. Delete the automation. Delete. Erase. And keep moving forward. Let's see, anything else? Here we go. Delete. Delete. Okay, great. So kick drum is done. Let's go to the next sound. Okay, now I'm actually going to gain stage the kick. So I've got this at -6, which is too loud. And what I'm going to do first is turn it down from the source. So this is the source position. I'm just going to turn the volume down. So kick, I think we can keep it at around -12. Okay, that's looking all right. I'll just turn it up 1 more dB. So that should be good. Okay, let's check about this bus. Is it doing anything? I'm going to just turn it off. Is the sound changing? A little bit. I think the sound's some reverb. I'm going to turn that up. Oh yeah, okay. So now I see. I'm glad I didn't delete those things earlier. So this is actually bus 2. So the reverb is bus 2. Now there's a way you can name it more intelligently in Logic so it's a little bit more organized. You can go here to I/O labels. And bus 2 I can rename it as reverb verb. So I'll call it that. So let's see, does it allow? Strange. It's usually supposed to change the name. Oh, maybe I have to do it on the long too. Let's try that. There. So you can see now it says verb there. Actually, I'll just call it RVB. Reverb. So we know that that's the reverb channel. So what is the... Oh. Okay. Let's see. What seems to have done. Oh, this is the echo. Oh, I've done something strange here. So bus, oh here, sorry. Now I see what the problem is. Bus 2 is verb. And this one, I guess, is echo. Okay, so now we've got that fixed. Okay, so this is how you can make sure you keep these things organized. Okay, this doesn't look to be on. I might be able to delete this, and I might be able to delete this aux2 in this channel. So anything that I can delete, I'm just going to mark it. Going to mark it with a dark red. Okay, to say it's probably deletable. Now what's this AU multi-band compressor? Okay, I'm just going to switch that off because that's altering the sound. Okay, good. So now let's come back here. And let's go to the snare. Okay, so what we got to do in the snare is delete all the kick drums. So before I do that, I'm actually going to bring the snare volume down. So maybe to about 7. Delete all the kicks there. And I think there's one more section that has kick. Okay, that section has kick. Okay, so the rest of the sound should all just be snares. Now, there's one more level of mixing cleanliness that I like to get into, which is to remove all the unused sounds. So let's see if I haven't used this for a while, but I think it should be here. So let me just check this kick drum again. So I'm just going to only keep the kick drum. So it's C1 and C2. C1 and B2, I mean. Is that right? Have I got that right? Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to delete everything else here. So this is the place that I'm looking at to find C1 and C2 on this side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete all the other samples except for C1 and C2. So oh, I turned the echo on. Let me turn the echo back down. Okay, I just want to check what was the settings here, because I changed the settings. -40. You click there, -26.2. So I'll just make that back to -40. And this one back to -26.2. Okay, good. Okay, then, sorry, so let's see. There seem to be multiple levels of... Okay, let's go to the B2. So this is... I'm going to A. Let's see. I'm going to try to delete all of these. I don't know if this is going to work. Let's press delete. Oh. Wait a minute. I don't know if I did that right. Let me Command Z for a second. Probably kind of come up to here. Let's loop this. I'm gonna mute this actually. I'll just have one sound going. Okay, I'm gonna do this a little bit later, not right now actually. I'm gonna say don't save to the rock kit. Okay, so actually I would go in and actually... Oh. I would actually go in and delete all the unnecessary samples and just keep only what's necessary over there. Okay, let's move on. So we've got snare, we've got kick. Let's hear what this sound is. So S, my key command. So this sounds like some cymbals. That's some... Uh-oh. There's some toms, some cymbals. Okay, so a lot of things to separate here. I've got hi-hats, tambourine, and some... Let's write that down. So hi-hat, cymbals, tambourine, and toms. Okay, so first things first. What is this one? Graphic EQ. I think I'm just going to delete that actually. I don't need that. Come to think of it, wherever we have a graphic EQ, we might as well just delete them. Yes, I'm going to delete all. So let's do it on the multiple channels like this. No plugin. Okay. So wherever we have graphic EQ, I'm going to remove it because we're going to use the normal EQ to EQ all the sounds. Okay. Okay, so let's come in here to this sound. So yeah, same thing. I just separate all of these sounds into, let's put a color. Let's put the color down there. Actually, you know what? I'll make the kick a stronger red, like a darker red, to say like this is a stronger sound. And then the higher sounds to be the lighter red. Okay, great. I'll go in to separate those later, but I think you get the technique. Okay, this is also a high colored thing, so I'll actually come in and color the mixer as well. So color the mixer with that color, and then this one will be with the darker red. Okay, so let's see, let's get rid of all the blank regions. Oops. So that looks blank. Erase. I'll just highlight all the blank regions and get rid of them together. So you gotta be really careful not to delete regions that have little sounds in them. And that, 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 and that. So basically, we're just trying to make it easier for ourselves to mix by removing everything that's not relevant. Okay. Now, okay, that's good. Let's do the next sound. Okay, so let's have a listen to this sound. Actually, yes, okay, let's start with this sound. This sounds a bit like a violin. Let's have a listen. So, strings come under the collection of... Well, this has got more of a... Well, it's kind of a melodic and a pad sort of feel. So I'm just gonna keep it down for a melodic color, okay? So we'll keep it to some form of purple. Okay, strings are colored. Yes, let's go to the next one. And let's find out what this sun is. I guess these two sounds work together. Because you can see one's been panned to the side and another been panned to another side. So I'm going to make two separate channels for both of these sounds. So I'll say this is string pad. Okay, so I'll just take this. Now when you drag down, you see the yellow on the marker where it says position and length. That means you're going to place it in exactly the same place. If I push it a little bit off, the yellow changes over there. Okay, so you don't want to go there, you want to come to the same place, so both of these position and length are both yellow in color. Okay, let go. I'll move the automation. Okay, and I'll say this is string pad left. Okay, and then I'll do the same thing here, and I will say string pad right. String pad right. Actually, you know what? I'll put right at the beginning, and I'll put left at the beginning here. So it's good to name with as many shortcuts as you can. And we'll just put these down here. Move the automation, change the color to purple, and change the track color to... Oh, sorry. So pads have orange. So let's change the color for the pads to be orange. Okay, and then what was this one? Let's hear this sound. It's like a string pad, isn't it? But actually, you know what? I'll still put this in orange. Okay, and then let's have a look at the next sound. Oh, I should name it correctly. But this one doesn't feel like it's a pad. I'm gonna say echo violin. Echo violin. Here we go. That's a good name, I think. And this is like a guitar pad. Big guitar pad. Okay. Okay, now let's go to the next sound here. Okay, what's this sound? These guys look like they should be friends. The echo violin. They look like they belong together. How's this one? Okay, so I'm gonna duplicate the track. I'm gonna get these guys, bring them down. Move the automation, turn them to pad. These sound like pads. Let's check this sound. Oh, this is not a pad at all. So that is probably a keyboard. And I'm going to put that for purple. Okay, and that is probably like this delay. That's like keys. It's almost, it sounds like an electric guitar, doesn't it? Electric guitar keys. Okay, and let's see. This one, I'm going to make it. This one was the echo violin, wasn't it? This is like echo violin 2. 2. So I'll make this one purple. Okay, and then we're gonna go to this one. Here we go. Solo the sound. Exciting little sounds. Okay, so what about this one? These two look like they need to be next to each other, so I'll call these two next to each other. This will be 2. And oh, no. This will be right. And this will be left from the panning. Okay, and then these two sounds I will take into a separate channel. Move the automation, yes. Okay, let's see this one. Wow, this is a echo violin. Let's say that it's an echo violin, and we'll put all the echo violin family together. Put that for purple. Okay, electric guitars, purple. Okay. Oh, I have left here, but the thing changed. Did I change something? Let me just check. Double check. Oh, that's not necessarily left, is it? Okay, well, I'm gonna remove the left here. It's in the center. Okay, and then let's see, what's the next sound? So some funky key sounds. So let's call it this one here. So we say left. This one's on the left, and this one is on the right. And I'm just gonna keep these two next to each other, make them purple. Okay, so there we go. Okay, so let's drag these guys next to each other. We'll bring all the people who are similar sounding next to each other. Okay, and then let's have a look at this one next. Okay, so that's melodic stuff. So we get that for red. Actually, that's dark red because it's a reversed kick. Okay, so you got a reverse kick sound. Okay, so unsolo that. I'm gonna put that weird drum shit. Okay, we'll put that up in the drum section. Put that right at the top, actually. That section. Okay, good. Then let's have a look at this one. Now I can hear some massive like distortion, and I can see actually the peaks are not so bad, but I'm just gonna drop the gain of all of these down by about -4, so I can keep it to about -12. Gonna get rid of that channel EQ. Okay, so we'll just call it distorted drums. Okay, and we'll put that down for dark red. dark red. There we go. Put it up. And then let's see what's next. Let's hear this one. Distorted drums too. And there's some voice in there, isn't there? Okay. So put this up here. Now let's see what's next. Okay, very hot on the mixer. So I'm going to turn the gain down. Actually, I prefer to do the gain staging a bit later. But, drum beat. Actually, this has some melodic material on it. I'm gonna say melodic drum beat. Okay, let's go to the next sound. Okay, bass. This is blue. So this is actually a synth bass. Say synth bass 1. Let's check this one. That doesn't sound like a... Okay, so I'm gonna put this as a... it's gonna go under textures, okay? So this sound... I'm gonna put it as a texture effects. Okay, and I'm gonna color it yellow. And then let's have a listen to this bass. Synth bass 2. Okay, now synth bass 2 is in blue. Okay, next we have light guitars. Actually, come to think of it, these are really loud. Looking at the gain, just gonna bring them down to -12 straight up. Let's bring this down to -12 too. Okay, guitars. So I'm gonna just, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and select both the guitars and bring the gain down to -12 straight up. These two files look exactly the same. I don't know if one meant to be going to the left and the other to the right. Anyway, let's take out the EQ on both of them. So I'll put these for purple. Okay, and let's have a listen to this sound next. Okay. Oof. What a great sound. Okay. I don't understand how sometimes tracks are not named correctly in the mixer. Lead keys 1, okay. And then we're gonna do, let's have a look at the next one. Panned keys, some crazy panning stuff there. Well, not that crazy, but crazy enough. What's this one? Oof, powerful sound. Now this sound is widely different, so it will go into a separate channel by itself. Yes, move the automation, so this one will stay. Let's color that purple. Okay, and this one is kind of Actually, I realize I should probably name tracks from inside the audio bin, because if you name tracks out here, it doesn't go into the audio bin, so it's really good to name the tracks in the audio bin. So this sound, it's got a bit of a bell quality to it, so I'll say, so we'll call it a bell pad, okay, and we'll color it purple. Okay, and we'll rename it here as well, bell pad. Okay, and let's go to the next one. Okay, that seems to be right, but that seems to be a panned key 2. Okay, I'm gonna just, let's see. And that's not panned. The other one was panned. This one was not panned. See? So this one's panned. Let me put this in a separate channel because it sounds quite different. Okay, so let's check it. I'm gonna put that down for, I think that's a transition sound actually. That's got a transition quality, so I'm gonna put that for yellow, and we'll say it's a transition lead. Let me hear it in the mix quickly. So I will rename that original audio file transition lead. So it's better to rename files in the audio bin actually, for sure, because yeah, it just is. Okay, so actually I need to change the color in here too. Let me change the panned keys color as well. Get it into that purple. And purple here, okay. And then let's see what's next. Wow, got a few more sounds to get through. Here we go. Whoa, some crazy solo. What's this one? Oh no, this is a drum beat. Okay, so this needs its own channel, say delayed drum beat. Okay. So I'm gonna call this crazy solo. Crazy solo. I'm gonna do a little thing here where you can change the color of the track head so you can see all the colors. Assign track color. Yeah, much better. So now you can see whether stuff has been processed or not. So melodic drum beat up here. This hasn't been colored. And these guys all haven't been colored. So X, get them down to one color together. And how about this guy? This guy is like purple, orange. Okay, good. Now let's keep going. Crazy solo's gotta be colored in purple. Okay, let's get the next one. I'm gonna just take the sound and put it straight into the crazy solo section. Okay, so let me find that audio file and I'll say crazy solo 2. Okay, so similar sounds, you can put them in the same channel because when you start mixing the sounds, they probably have similar sort of settings required. Okay, but yeah, and you see they've both been panned to the right, so you also have to pay attention to the panning. Now that's kind of more of a synth bass. Actually, you know what? I'll just call it a synth. Synth. But it's getting some panning information, so I'll put it as a orange sound. Okay, oh well, this color, this stronger orange. So it's going in that pad section, that rough pad section. Let's check if this is similar. Actually, I should probably put it into... Let me hear how it sounds in the mix. Okay, so I'm actually gonna color it, let's say it's melodic in nature, so I'll color it melodic. Okay, and let's find all these sounds. Where are they? Over here. They're all here. So this is kind of a synth. Okay, and let's have a listen to this one. Oh, there's the eye. Let's turn the eye off. Okay. So that's some bass. So it's kind of a darker bass. I'm gonna give it a darker blue. Nice. I'm gonna kill the gain down a little bit. Okay, good. And then let's have a listen to this sound. Okay, so what shall we call this? Rename it here. Industrial drum beat, I guess. Industrial beat. We'll rename it here, industrial beat. Okay. Oh, that's a transition drum. So actually I will give it, let's see. Some crazy effects on that one. Okay, let's put this into a drum kit. Move drum kit. Okay, and this one. I guess that will be in its own thing called pan beat. And yeah, I'm just gonna, what's this one? So this belongs here. This is drum kit. So I think these guys are the same guys, so I'll say drum kit. Name these guys drum kit. Let's check this one. Oof. I'm not sure what channel that's got to be on, but maybe it's just its own channel. Move the automation, and that's gonna be okay. Let's check this one. Let's drop the gain a bit. I'll call it chilled beat. And we will make a new channel for that. Move chilled beat. Okay. And there's one more sound up here. Let's have a listen. It's like a club dance beat. Club beat. Okay, so that takes care of all of these sounds. Oh, but this one I should put in its own channel. Call it club beat. Okay, and we'll get that, all these guys, and we'll drag them to the top. Drag them up here. Okay, and then let's see, got a few more sounds to go. Have we done all these? Maybe not. Did I do this one? Okay, these guys are super hot in volume, so I'm just going to drop them down. Actually, I could be making a mistake mixing right now. It might be too early to start mixing. Okay, so that's drum kit. Okay, now I'm gonna get all the purple guys and bring them at the bottom. And yeah, okay, that's good. Bring these, are these guys basses? Yep, I think these are basses. Okay, great. So the drum kit should go up to the red. Okay, let's have a listen to this one again. Bring the drum kit back so that I can put the channel up there. Okay, it's this one. A reversed cymbal, so I'll just go down, bring that down there, rename it reverse cymbal. And we will color it yellow. Okay, and I change the color as well here, yellow, And let's see what. Is it this one? No, it's this one. Okay, so here this goes up, and this goes. So let's call this dance beat 2. Dance beat 2. So name this sound dance beat. Dance beat 2. Is that in the same thing? No, that's this is kind of like a. This has got a bit of a house beat vibe to it, doesn't it? So we'll call it house beat. And I'll rename it house beat here. And let's see, can we get these 3? And we will drag them up here. Okay. And let's see, what's next? This is next. Some heavy panning there. Oh. So this has got a bit of a. I'd say this is a techno beat. Techno beat. So I can name this techno beat. Techno beat. Okay, oh, that's a part of dance beat. This file I can see here is a part of dance beat, so let's find dance beat and put that into the dance beat folder. Say dance beats up there. Dance beat 2 and dance beat 1 can't be next to each other. Okay. Oh no, here's dance beat, sorry. So this one, move, and we'll call this. Okay, that's alright. And then let's check this one. So these are all panned beats. These 3 sounds, well, these 3 sounds are. Okay, let's check this sound. So this is a chilled beat. Oh, I've already named one chilled beat, so I'll call it chilled beat 2. So we'll make a new channel and name it chilled beat 2. Okay, I'm gonna just pull the gain down a little bit. Okay, and then what else is next? Techno beat. I think techno beat's on its own channel. I'll bring it up. Okay, let's have a listen to this one. Oh, nice little psychedelic effect. So I will probably put this down for some sort of a, let's see, is it named correctly here? Weird shite. Okay, so let's just color it yellow in the mixer. Rename it here weird shite. And let's see what's next. This one's next.
We know things are bad, worse than bad. They're crazy. It's like everything everywhere is going crazy, so we don't go out anymore. We sit in the house, and slowly the world we're living in is getting smaller, and all we say, leave us alone in our living rooms. Let me have my toaster and my TV and my steel-belted radios, and I won't say anything. Just leave us alone. Just leave us alone. A congressman, because I wouldn't know what to tell you to write. I don't know what to do about the depression and the inflation.
So another voice with a different sort of effect. Let me just check, where is it here? Is it under, yep, that's under voice, that's good. Okay, so voices, I will put them, let's put them in green. Let's use the green color for voices. Maybe I'll use that green instead. Actually, I want a darker green. Okay, that'll be fine. Let's have a listen to this one now. Acoustic guitar. Okay, so that will come under melodic. Okay, I think they're all these tracks are named correctly. Actually, let's name it Dreamy Guitar. Okay, good. And then let's hear these, I hope. Dave voice. So that's a green. Okay. Hannah's voice. More of Dave. Fox 2. Okay, that's Anna again. Picking guitar. Leave it in the bin. Now, percussion, I will give it a slightly different color. I'll give it a brown color. So we could say tabla. And I will also just drop the gain down a bit because it looks very hot. Okay. And what's this one? So this would also fall under a type of percussion. Shaker. Okay, good. And club dance beat seems... Actually, I need to check the name. Oh, there's no name because it's MIDI. So just drop the gain down for this one. Shaker 2. And this should be the last sound. So this is the bass. Sounds like a lower bass. low synth bass. Okay, and voila! We are done, okay, with just the first round of getting the project set up for mixing. Okay, I will, let's see, okay. Let's do a few more levels of little organization to make sure we're ready for mixing. Okay, let's go to the drum section first. Now we're gonna put all the beats together, all the kick, all the really heavier sounds. We're gonna put them all together in one place. Okay, so all the heavier sounds. Distorted drums, this guy. So I'm just gonna select them all. Kick. Anything that has a beat, that is a kick. We're just gonna put all these guys next to each other. So I just highlight, I drag them together, and I put them up at the top. Okay, that weird drum shit could be a bit of a, might be a little bit of an effect rather than a, what's this one? This is a club dance beat, so I'm gonna rename this club dance beat. And bring that up as well. Then I've got my snare, my hi-hat, and then the shaker. Okay, good. Actually, you know what? The shakers, I'm gonna color them with the higher red color because they're higher in their timbre. Okay, and the tabla, I'll put this up here. Hi-hat. Okay. Let me just check this weird drum sound. Is it? How does it sound in the mix? Is it a? Okay, so basically it might be. It's acting more like an effect sound rather than really a drum beat, so to speak. So I'm gonna put it down in this color in this region. Okay, now I'm going to take this entire thing and I'm going to put it in a group. So I'm gonna select all the tracks, control click, and then I'm going to create a track stack. And I'm not going to make a summing stack, but I will make a folder stack for now. So I'll make a folder stack and we will name this the rhythm section. Okay, and I'll color it red. Oh no, Command Z. And then I will go here to color it red. Yeah, from the mixer you gotta color it red. Okay, so nice. So folder stack and track stack. Folder stack means they've all still got their own individual channels. If you put it in a track stack, it'll go into a bus. Okay, so I don't want to do a bus yet. And then I'm gonna put these guys and create a track stack, and I'm gonna call this the pad section. This is called pad. Okay, and then we're going to color it from here, pad. These are all the basses. Now the basses, the basses, no, I'm just gonna put everything into folders for now. And then X, let's get it bass. Okay, and this is gonna be called effects. And then this is effects. And these are all voices. voices, we'll give them green. Now, this section we can do a little bit of arrangement here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put all the guitars together, put all the violins together, put all the keys together. Actually, this bell pad, it should probably go into the orange section, shouldn't it? Yeah, I'll put this in the orange section actually. So I'll just drag that in and put that into this guy. Okay, so I put all the guitars together. Let's see, where are all the guitars? These two are guitars. Yeah, okay. And we'll give all the guitars one color. So we'll give them one form of purple. Let's give the guitars a dark purple. Okay, I'll give all the violins let's give them a pink. Okay, and we'll give all the electric guitars. I think these are all the keys. All the keys will have, let's say, this color. And the synth can have, let's give the synth maybe this color. Okay, so they're all kind of in a, what is this synth exactly? This is more like an arpeggiated synth. Arpeggiated synth. Rename it in here. Arpeggiated synth. Now, I'll put all of these into one group. And we will call this key melodic. Okay, beautiful. So now my project is just organized to 6 tracks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, once I'm done with all of that, I'm gonna actually name all of them correctly. And you know how I'm gonna do it? I'm just gonna select everything from top to the bottom. Let's see. Okay, select everything, and then I'm going to go to functions, name regions by track name. Okay, and now they're all going to have the right sort of names. Oh, this no effects. It's not supposed to be called no effects. Call this sub bass. Oh, you gotta check the sound one. Yep, this is the sub bass. Okay, so let's see, anything out of name? So now everything is sort of appropriately named. And yep, great. So I'm probably done here for today. And this is how you just keep the project a little bit organized. So the next step would be to get into mixing, which is to start to take care of checking the volumes of everything. Hope this has been helpful. Cheers.